I'll have to say that I'm really honored, and I was quite pleased when I was asked to come and talk to you on this occasion. I think the main issue for me right at this moment is the number of challenges that I'm facing in terms of HR, and nursing is a critical area of concern for me. Also, I have to say that my wife started off as a nurse, and she did remind me while I was on leave that I had to make sure that I sort out the nursing team in Fiji, so I'm not too sure what it meant. But anyway, first let me congratulate each of you and your parents for the achievements that you've had so far. Many of you and those that have supported you have made sacrifices along the way, and your achievements have been recognized and celebrated by your friends and family. However, now the real world beckons you. You are now asked to do something of substance with the qualifications you have graduated with. Now you are needed to contribute to the well-being of those beyond your circle of friends and family. Strangers will come time and again. They'll come into your life with the expectation that you will care for them, as if they are the only person that matters in your life. You'll be expected to manage that level of expectation professionally first, and with time, with a high level of maturity. But first is professionally. Your induction today will prepare you for the pathway of service, where you mediate the expectations of those you serve, while at the same time work within the parameters of the profession and the employer who employs you. You will be told about how your roles will contribute to the vision, mission, and values of the Ministry of Health and Medical Services. As new nurses, you will be told about the structure of the ministry, the policies and procedures and practices that you are going to have to work with. The team will try to clarify the requirements, duties, and responsibilities of the nursing role, with the expectation that you have the knowledge and skills to perform the role effectively. You will be briefed on the roles and functions of Ministry of Health and Medical Services. That includes your Civil Service Code of Conduct, the terms and conditions of employment, your leave conditions and processes, contracts, postings and transfers, open merit recruitment selection and associated appeal process, discipline issues and guidelines, patient safety, clinical governance, infection prevention control, customer care, and finally your professional registration within the Fiji Nursing Council. Now, two areas that I want you to focus a little bit on is your open merit recruitment selection. Please understand it. Okay? Time and again I get people asking me, please, Dr. Fong, I think I'm ready to become a senior sister now. It's not like that. You have to go through one big interview process before you become a senior sister. Yeah. Dr. Fong, I want to go to CWM and work in the acute surgical ward. No, you have to go through one interview process to do that. I don't just put you there. Okay. So in doing so, you will not only serve the needs of the organization you will work with others. One of the biggest things about this induction process is to prepare you to work within the organization. Yes. But in doing so, you're not only serving the needs of the organization, but you're also serving your need to know how to work within an organization. Okay, whenever you're serving the public, you serve the public and you serve the organization that you work for. You don't just serve the public. Many people come with a mistaken belief. Oh, I'm serving the public, therefore you should give me everything I need. No, everybody needs everything. So there are rules and regulations as to how you receive stuff in order for you to serve. That means you must understand the needs of those you serve, understand the processes in place within your organization that will help you meet the needs of those you serve, respond to the needs of those you serve, and become adaptable to facilitating changes needed within the organization. You need to be aware of the changes that has to happen within the organization and be proactive about trying to make those changes. You must realize now that as with all our achievements in life, okay, you've all graduated. Once you've achieved it and celebrate it, they only become hope and hype. They are no longer reality and achievement. They are just hope and hype. You have new goals and new realities to meet. And that's what you start off from today. You are back to square one. It's like you going back to school again. I can only challenge you to not rest on your laurels, but to continue to strive for loftier goals. You can only progress upwards or stagnate based on what you consistently do or do not do. In other words, you can cultivate a life of high purpose, where even if the road is dark and difficult to visualize, you keep striving to fulfill a higher purpose. Now, I will go into a small, I'll divert a little bit, because I think there are some important life lessons that we need to take away from today's induction, over and above what you're supposed to learn. Now, to me, there are 4 characteristics for a good professional life. The first one is scholarship, where you engage in keeping abreast with your profession's knowledge and best practice principles, and you demonstrate a lifelong love for learning, where learning becomes a habit. You walk into a room, you see something, immediately you grab lessons from it and you apply. You don't just go in and do what somebody told you to do. Leadership is the second one, where when you see a need, you take the lead in contributing to fulfilling the requirements to mitigate that need. It may be an escalation of an upward communication, or the need to take charge of an unattended wound. Whatever the case, make it your business to never walk past a bad thing. Some bad things are quick to make right, others take time. Whatever it takes, contribute to the solution. Leadership is an attitude you cultivate over time, where you develop and refine a vision and a purpose for your existence, and you exhibit it in your professional life. Your life has to have meaning in order to have meaning in your profession. The third one is community service, where charity and empathy are key attributes for what you choose to, that you must choose to develop. They don't come down from heaven like manna. You have to want to make it happen. True community service is an attitude where you evolve the culture within you that you are doing, what you are doing in your professional life is helping a fellow human being. It means looking beyond your core activities and exploring how you can make the surroundings safer for those you serve. Involving yourselves in awareness programs, preaching the teachings of prevention and early care intervention ensures that you are responding to the tragedy of early and unnecessary death and strife that you will come to meet every day. In other words, what I'm saying is, community service is being able to see that you see unnecessary death and strife and doing something about it, even in your spare time. Finally, I come to the last one, which is character, where you strive to consistently have good sense and be resilient by embodying the virtues of integrity and honor. Integrity and honor we fall short of many times. But because we continue to strive for it, we become resilient, we become stronger. A famous person once said, the measure of a person's real character is what one would do if one knew one would never be found out. What one would do if one knew one would never be found out. What do you do when no one's around? The answer to this question is the key to your true character. For while being honest and honorable when others are watching is important, being true to yourself is paramount. And in the end, these day-to-day decisions that you make will eventually reveal your true character. So these 4 requirements, or these 4 what I call important characteristics, are also the core of a fulfilled and fulfilling life. The most important thing to remember is that each of these characteristics are the sum of many individual decisions. Each of these characteristics are things that you decide to do on a daily basis that summate to make these characteristics become part of you. They embody a positive attitude backed by purpose. The only way to achieve your purpose is to make small actions every day. In the end, they all add up. My hope is that you will cultivate this attitude backed by purpose by having a good purpose in your life. While it may be easier to slide through life without purpose, without a code, it will not be fulfilling. Only by setting difficult goals and achieving them can you see your full worth. One final comment that I have to make is that each person's goal is different. What comes easy to some may be difficult to others. And therefore, please do not squash your colleagues' dreams in order just to make it look like you are doing better. That is a definite way of showing that you aren't working towards fulfilling your ends, but you are working towards dragging others down to be the same as you. That's not honorable. Support your colleague even if they do not reciprocate. Your true worth is a manifestation of what you are, not what you look like. All the makeup in the world will not make you a better person. My colleagues, through this program, I therefore welcome you to the challenging and wonderful world of medicine.